Howdy folks, and welcome to week 3. This video will go over what's happening in week 3, maybe a little brush up on week 2. I hope you're having an awesome week so far. It is January 22nd. Let's get started. I'm on the home page here. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll down to weeks 2 and 3. Keep in mind, if you're still working on week 2 or you have assignments you haven't completed yet, week 2 is still open till the end of this week. There's always a 1-week grace period from the due date that you see listed here on Canvas. And really, I want you to take your time and really feel good about the skills and strategies that we're practicing in weeks 2 and 3 because they are the foundation of writing. So on to week 3. As you can see here, what we have going on with week 3 is we have 1, 2, 3, we have 4 conversations here. The first one is clustering and mapping. We're practicing mind maps or clustering. You've probably done it before. In this particular discussion, you will choose one of the readings here. It's just a link to a reading online, and you'll skim and read the reading. You'll check it out, and then your task is to create a mind map or a cluster of it in whatever way speaks to you. The purpose of clustering is to get ideas out, to conceptualize the relationships between things. There's a couple examples here for you. It looks like we have a post here by Lexi as well. And so you can just kind of check that out. Clustering is a really great strategy for when you've done a reading, or especially when you have lots of ideas that you want to write about in an essay and you're not really sure, you're in the beginning stages, basically. Well, really, you can do it at any stage, but just getting your ideas out on paper and being able to see them and then decide what ideas go together, what kind of conceptual chunks you have there. But that's our mind map or clustering discussion for week 3. Have fun with it, bust out your colored, your markers, your highlighters, and really just allow yourself space on those pages to create something beautiful. The more intention you have when you're doing your notes, whether it's clustering or free writing, but the more intention you have, the more the information is going to penetrate your mind. That's just how it works. So that's why I would encourage you, especially if you're an artist, and even if you're not an artist, to bust out those pens, those highlighters, and really just be present in the moment as you're taking those notes with intention. All right, the next discussion is golden line with a concept called Ikigai, which is a Japanese concept for understanding your purpose in life. You're going to just check out one of the videos on Ikigai, one of these TED Talks here. They're both awesome. One of them is The Secret to a Purposeful Life by Emily Biddle, and then the other one is How to Ikigai by Tim Tamashiro. Choose one of these videos, watch the video, and take notes in your journal, and then you're going to find a golden line, something they say. It could be a phrase, it could be a sentence, it could be a couple sentences, and we're going to call that your golden line. A golden line is something that stirs you or speaks to you or excites you, and then you're going to share it here in the discussion using one of these templates here. So there's a couple different templates. We're putting ourselves in the mindset of an academic, of someone in academia, a thoughtful person, a thinker. Right? And if you want to see what Ikigai looks like, here it is. It's what you love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you're good at, just to summarize it quickly. But again, you're checking out one of these videos, and then you are going to post a golden line. Golden lines are great for when you do a reading because it helps you to connect with the material, go deeper into the meaning of the author's ideas, and really just feel confident that you've grasped onto something meaningful. All right, folks, our next discussion is probably, I would say, one of the most important skill sets to have in academia, and that's the skill of summary. You've done it before, you do it every day to some extent, and now we're just honing in on this skill with intention and consciousness, where you're at right now, taking all the experience you've had doing summary and then jumping into it eyes wide open here. So for summary, keep in mind that when you summarize, you're just sharing facts or main points. You're going to write it in third person. You're not going to use I. There's lots of space in our writing in this class to use I, but in summary, we're going to keep the I out. We're going to use third person, and we're going to be as objective as we can. And so these are the guidelines here for you to check out. I want you to, in your summary, pull some golden lines or quotes, introduce the author and the title, use power verbs to capture the author or the article's main points. So you're doing all these skills when you write a summary, and then here is your article to practice with. It's Natalie Goldberg's Rules of Writing Practice. So you're going to read and annotate that. It's also in your packet, and then you're going to write a summary. So keep in mind, you don't have to write down every single rule that Natalie shares. That would be boring, but you can hone in on the one or two rules that speak to you and that you find valuable. So keep in mind, this is a place of practice. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not know what you're doing. It's okay to write the worst summary in the world, but practicing makes us better. All right, folks, on to the last discussion. So last but not least, we will be discussing an amazing concept, a whole philosophy or idea around the concept of community cultural wealth by Dr. Tara Yoso. This is what it looks like. We have the premise of Yoso's argument or her theory is that each of us, that you as students bring with you to academia, community wealth, cultural wealth, and these are the different aspects of your cultural wealth. You can check them out. Also here, we have them listed. These are forms of capital. That means they are valuable and that you bring your full lived experience into this space. As writers, this is awesome. The more conscious you are of it, the stronger your writing will be. Your task in this discussion is to choose one of the articles here, read it closely, take your time and put notes on it in your journal. The Tara Yoso is also in your packet. And if for some reason you can't find it in your packet, you can check out one here. I think there's 2 different versions of her piece in your packet. And then if you want to play with templates here, you can play with one of these. My golden line is blank and it has me thinking blank. Or my golden line is blank and it has me questioning blank. Be sure to post, not overthink it, and then respond to a classmate as well. If you're interested in Tara Yoso in action, you're welcome to click on this link here. She was a guest speaker at Ventura College a few years back, and she shared some of her beautiful ideas with us. You are welcome to check out her video here. That is week 3, folks. Keep in mind, if you are still working on week 2, it is all good. Take your time, feel good about it, but please do not overthink. Let your mind do the work for you and trust your mind to come up with amazing ideas because that is the job of the mind. Have a great week 3, and I will see you in class.